up against Senna and Wukong down in the bottom.
Very interesting pick ban for sure.
Never really doubt the ice cream, okay?
I don't understand it. Like, what? Immediately, we're getting a dive, flashing in, and the GP ultimate is going to help a little bit as Ruler got aggro. And it's a little bit of an awkward dive as Beryl actually is able to stay in stealth, essentially, for quite a while and survive for a bit. But I wonder how long that is going to last as Rascal is chasing him down. Trying to flash over. I don't think that's a good idea.
Can't really move, so...
Okay, BDD's still here. He's going to be forced to ult
back up
early.
In the top lane, but really, I mean, this Gangplank has not gotten the kind of sizable advantage that one would expect, and this is very scary. Can Clid get the slow?
Oh, flashing in is BDD, and Nuggery is dead.
And Ruler, and even though the gold score is very, very close, you gotta remember that Gangplank's in the game, so...
Canyon is just being dogged down here. Clid flashing forward, though. He is going to have to burn that ultimate. Rascal, great TP into the backside as Canyon barely going to survive there at the end, but goes down in a trade for the Kindred as Beryl does get in there. Cannon Barrage, they're trying to turn it onto BDD, but the shield is enough to keep him alive, and Ghost is all alone.
Well,
for some reason.
Game. Gangplank doesn't have ulti yet. It's up in a few seconds. Showmaker, I think he just got Trinity Force, though.
That's a ton of sticks inside of the Dragon. It is going to get smited down, but they want to take the fight here. BDD so low, but he's over the wall now as they're trying to get on top of Ruler, but he's also going to flash away. So many summoners still left available here. Showmaker's got the package. He might just go in there. They're going to force that ultimate, but with the package, you have a lot of
game. 2 soul point at 22 minutes. Nuggery is... Oh. I don't know how you... Well, I'm not totally sure, but...
Well, he's dead.
Honestly, we're just not even going to talk about it. That was not a vanilla ice. He also went Yumu's Ghostblade second item.
Okay.
So, mid-tier 1 turret is looking like it's poised to fall 2.5 minutes, or 3 minutes, until that Cloud Soul.
Showmaker's just doing some insane damage. And he's so good at chasing them down. There's that Cannon Barrage, the flash forward, and Ruler gets blown up immediately as in goes the Wukong.
And instead, they're going to surrender the position. This is very good for Gangplank and Corki.
The Corki, Showmaker's pretty low, but they have so much damage, they can just try to burst it, but it goes to the Kindred as Clint gets the perfect smite, but who's going to take the fight? Double stopwatch, pretty good here from Gen.G, but the follow-up knockup is going to be big from the side of Beryl. And now Gen.G have to run away. Damwon taking it pretty slow. He just took by stepping on it. And now the Cannon Barrage is going to try to zone him out here. But in goes Rascal and Life. They're trying to fight front to back. Nuggery taking a huge amount of damage in the front line. Lid is in there. It's a little bit awkward as down will go Ghost and down will go Nuggery. And the fight is going heavily in Gen.G's fashion, although Showmaker is still alive. Everybody else around him has gone down. As
that Damwon had an idea of what they wanted to do. They couldn't really quite execute.
Oh, good.
And Gen.G just snapped on the opportunity.
Yeah, they're getting eldered. This game is over, guys. 29 minutes. And Gen.G are going to put the nail in the coffin. Down it goes. GG. As they win a big fight at the Elder Tree. They got straight up outplayed in that last team fight. I mean, look at the gold graph was really...
Welcome back to the Analyst Desk, and that was Gen.G versus Damwon Gaming. Game number 1, one of the most hyped series of this week. It was a collision between the top contenders in LCK. We are focused on Damwon Gaming's ban and pick. So they had a huge success on Maokai and also known AD carry champions. So this time around they pulled off Senna and Wukong comp, but they couldn't really pull off a really strong performance because they were losing lane a lot. On the flip side, Gen.G, they are kept sticking to Azir on mid lane. And as we saw in the LCK Matt movie, BDD always puts over a lot of pressure on mid lane on this champion. And also Kalista with Gragas, Ruler and Life were also able to have a lot of priority in lanes. I guess we had a very intense mind game starting from the pick and bans, but Gen.G had a huge lead with this early bot lane turret dive. Roscoe made a huge contribution all throughout the season, but that was not really was able to be like read throughout the game. But this time around, a lot of people can witness that Roscoe is doing huge work for his teammates. So with that ward and clearing out the control ward, Roscoe had a lot of information of the enemy top laner and jungler. So based on this information, they were going in for a turret dive. And also one of the most important factor in this fight is that Roscoe was the only one with TP. He was doing a lot of priority in top laning phase, and based on those advantage he got from the lane, Gen.G was able to kind of spread out their profit all throughout the other side of the map. Because Roscoe had his TP up for team fights, he was able to go in for that bot lane turret dive. So that was the beginning of the Gen.G's leading the game, and Gen.G didn't stop till the end of the game. Once again, this can look like a replay of what happened earlier. So Clid went for a top lane gank, and they were able to pick up kill on Nuguri. But once again, Nuguri used TP to go back to the lane, so another TP difference happened right here. So that was one of the characteristic performance of Nuguri, focusing really hard for the laning phase, but Roscoe, he holded on for a team performance. You can see Roscoe's ping going down to the bottom side of the map, kind of telling the teammates that I can join the fight with TP. And he actually did. He picked up a kill on Trundle as well. While Nuguri was farming in the top side, he was getting a lot of items, gold, scaling, but Roscoe was the one contributing a lot for the teammates. So that was another example of TP difference really snowballing throughout the game and the whole game result itself. And that was game number 1 between Gen.G and Diamond Gaming, and let's check out the player of the game.
요즘 따라 POG가 갈리는 경우가 많이 생겼기 때문에 긴장 안 되는데.
It's Roscoe on Renekton. People can say that was a TP difference, but I think Roscoe is telling us that that was the top difference. Diamond, their strength was the top side. Nuguri, Canyon, and Showmaker. 3 of them together was the leader of their gameplay, but Roscoe was on point today. Roscoe was one step earlier than the enemy top laner, and that's how Gen.G accelerated their lead in this game. Roscoe had so many control all around the map with that TP usage. And all of those kind of TP difference came off of the laning phase ability. And in the end, he flashed into Corki saying that we have to take him down. So maybe we want to ask Roscoe, was that an homage to Cloud Templar, the famous line during his World Championship mic check? But this time around, we have a lot of diversity in terms of POG vote. Means that Gen.G, all 5 players were doing a great job. So let's move on to game number 2, Gen.G versus Diamond Gaming.